Some Somali food today?
I didn't. I haven't tried it yet, but I will. It's cool because they actually for meals they give us like a stipend on our Grubhub account, so we just order out every day. You know, what I mean, we get $40 to work with, so I can try all kinds of different places as long as they do Grubhub. So I'll look into it.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the dishes that I had. I know I went and visited my buddy. He had his baby shower down there, and they took me out to the Somali place, and they said that there's actually a really, really big Somali population there, and that it was really good food. And the flatbread, they make it with like baking soda, so it's different.
Sounds like my kind of style though.
It is.
I'm definitely gonna try
it's
it.
really good.
Yeah, you know, I'm a restaurant guy.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Be looking that up. Here.
You know, I'm watching the spring league now. They got the Indianapolis games from the North Division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we'll get into it on the cast. On the cast.
Cool.
You've been watching the Celtics in the playoffs?
Of course. The Nets are so good. Don't even get me started.
That's a bad. Yeah. That was a bad draw. That was a bad draw. It's a bad matchup for the Celtics.
The Celtics also just don't have the firepower. Like, I don't expect them to make it to the finals with going up against some of these teams that are in the league now. You know.
Oh yeah.
One
like the
name.
Bucks.
Right.
No.
I mean, even the Bucks, I feel like we could play with this season. Luka's nasty.
Oh my goodness, he's good.
They're up 2-0.
Luka.
That series isn't over, but
it is. But it is.
He's the new owner.
I'm just saying they ain't coming back.
He's the new owner.
Kawhi and Paul George already booked their vacations.
I know, it's weird.
That's his children.
And they fired Doc Rivers after the playoffs last year when the Clippers choked.
Yeah. Sometimes you need a different voice. I mean,
I hear you.
All right, you ready?
We are ready to go. How long we got you for, Andrew? Do you want to go half hour again, or you good for?
I'm good with that.
Half hour.
You guys usually go for a full hour.
Yeah, but we don't have to. It's up to you.
I can do 40 minutes.
All right, 40 minutes.
Fine. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm on the early grind. I get us up early. Got meetings. 7 a.m.
Yeah. Everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Sir.
All right. Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for tapping into some Untapped Keg Sports. I am one of your hosts, RJ Zimmerman, here with my good friend, Monte Ball. How you doing, big guy?
I'm good. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Good. I'm excited to be here. We have ourselves a special guest today. You guys obviously have heard him before. But before we get to that, RJ, how you doing? I forgot to ask you.
I'm good.
Good.
I'm excited.
Good.
It's fun having Andrew here. So
yeah. So the guest that we have back is Andrew Jamiel. Again, we spoke to this gentleman back in, what was it, March, I think, maybe.
Yeah, right before the championship.
Yeah. When he was with the best team, the Glacier Boys, in FCF football, Fan Control Football League. But now, obviously, we
nice.
There we go.
You see it?
I wasn't gonna do it.
Jamiel, yeah, we got you. Oh gosh!
Wow.
I had to, dude. You balled out in that game. You told us you were going to, and you balled out.
Indeed, you did.
Yeah, just came up just a little short.
Yeah,
it was brutal. I haven't talked to you guys since then, huh? Dang.
No,
you haven't.
That's
man.
all right.
Tragic.
I'm still having nightmares, man. I'm struggling to go to sleep. Struggling with keeping. I just can't go. I just can't function now, man. You guys let me down.
Man, we had 9 plays from the goal line. We couldn't score.
No, I'm just messing with you. So, Jamiel, AJ, Andrew, what's new, man? Obviously, longer with the Glacier Boys. You're no longer in the FCF or with the FC. I don't even know because
it's on a break right now.
Right. Now. Yep. So, what is Andrew Jamiel doing right now? Today.
Oof, I am currently in Houston playing in the Spring League. Yes, sir. Houston, Texas.
Okay, so went from Atlanta now to Houston.
I went home for 3 to 4 weeks. And then I got a call from Coach Larry Kirksey, who coached T.O. and Jerry Rice as the receivers coach for the Niners. He coached with Andre Johnson and Hopkins with the Texans for a while. And then when Bill O'Brien,
some big names out there, I mean,
when Bill O'Brien took over for the Texans, he brought in a new staff. So that's when Coach Kirksey had left the Texans. But, you know, he's been in the NFL for a while, and he gave me a call because he is real good friends with one of the positional coaches from the FCF.
Okay.
From the Glacier Boys. So, you know, the opportunity from the FCF led to this. I got this opportunity with the Spring League, and so I'm here now. 6 games. We've already played 3, so we got our 4th game Saturday.
4th game Saturday. Okay, so we are now in the Spring League. Okay, the question that I'm sure our audio listeners are gonna probably ask at this point, and our followers here on Twitch as well too. Now in the Spring League, is football is looking like it's year round, huh? We're living in a time where we can actually watch football year round now, huh?
Yeah. I actually didn't really even realize that. So you just said that's a good point. But I mean, it is because we took a break for a while with the whole, you know, with COVID, with the XFL and CFL,
right? Yeah.
Getting postponed. So it was kind of a break for a while. But you know, it is good that we had something like the FCF, and now there's the Spring League, and the Spring League's been going for a few years actually.
Right.
I remember Manziel played in it back in the day, and they've had a lot of guys get signed to the NFL from this league.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's take a step back. Go ahead.
What was it like going from, I guess, the FCF? They called you to come into the Spring League. Were there tryouts, or were you basically like, no, I want you to play for my team, and recruited?
Yeah, so they held some tryouts for the Spring League. I didn't go because it was literally the week after the FCF. I had just gotten home. So I wasn't, you know, this call came out of the blue, and it was Coach Kirksey just saying, you know, I heard, you know, from a source from, you know, the Fan Control League, one of your coaches, that you should be playing on Sundays. And he said, so I want you to come play for my team. And I had heard of the Spring League, and I knew it was a real good opportunity. So, you know, I had to come.
Mm-hmm.
Great opportunity.
That is awesome.
It is. Yeah,
it is. So your entire point right now is obviously tape. You want film. You want obviously the level you're trying to get into the NFL. You're trying to play on the level, and you got to get that film out there. So how's it been, man? How has it been in the Spring League? How's it? Is it similar to FCF? Is it significantly different?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the thing about the FCF is that it gave me such a good platform to show off my skills.
Yeah.
Even though it was so different from 11-on-11 traditional football, it was still running routes, catching the ball. And it led to this opportunity. So, you know, now that I'm here, you know, this is a good opportunity to get film, you said, in 11-on-11 football, which is, you know, what I want to be doing in either the NFL or the CFL. So this is a good opportunity. And like I said, there's a lot of studs in this league. Hey, when you were on the Broncos, did you play with Brandon Marshall, the linebacker?
Yeah. Yep.
Because he had signed to play in the Spring League.
Nice.
And he was supposed to play last week, but then he ended up not playing. I'm not sure why. Okay. But yeah, he's around.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yep, I played with. I think we got to the Broncos like the same time, I think.
Really?
Yeah. A great guy. And yeah, he can play. He can play linebacker. I remember him for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool, man. So you guys are no longer quarantined like you were in Atlanta. It's looking like you guys can what?
Yeah, this is a lot different. I mean, we really got to be around for meetings, whatever team activities we have, and then the rest is kind of on us. So you can come and go from the hotel as long as, like I said, you have proof of a vaccination, or if you didn't get vaccinated, then players get COVID tested, you know, every couple days.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm glad that you have a little bit of freedom now because, you know,
I know.
Last time you could kind of tell you were going stir crazy. So
I really was. So yeah, it's good.
And I get it. So going from that 7-on-7 to the 11-on-11, what was the biggest adjustment? Was it like the field being back to, you know, that normal size, or was it what was the biggest adjustment there?
I mean, for me, it was just, you know, I had played 11-on-11 my whole life, so that was so normal to me, and that's where I was comfortable. And it was to the point where I was like, sheesh, now I got to get used to this, FCF 7-on-7. I thought it was going to be a lot different. So now that I'm back out here, I mean, it took me a couple practices, a couple reps, and I felt good out here because, like I said, it's still running routes, catching the ball, getting hit, blocking. It doesn't really, matter too much. It's still football, but I just needed a few reps, and it felt good to get back out here on a big field and, like I said, play the same game that the NFL guys are playing now. We have NFL rules. We run the exact same kind of game.
Absolutely.
So, it's good.
I think it's
something scouts want to see.
Yeah, exactly. That's what literally what I was just about to say. I think it's really important that you guys are utilizing this time to still put that film out there because, you just named it. You just said it, where it's scouts want to see that. They want to see you as many times as they can. I think this is a wonderful opportunity. So you are now in the spring league. After the spring league, have you thought that far ahead yet? Is it back to FCF, or is it obviously the ideal picture is getting a phone call from Bill Belichick, but let's
you said it.
Yeah. So, but obviously if that doesn't come now, or is it back to the FCF or what's that looking like?
I mean, we'll see. Cause like you said, being a free agent, you can get a phone call at any time.
So true.
So I'm just really just trying to live in the moment. I'm not trying to, wish time by while I'm here in the spring league. I'm trying to make the most of it. I'm trying to go out there and ball out. And it's limited opportunities. You only get 6 chances to show yourself off for these games. So I'm just trying to put together the best 6 games I can, stay healthy. And I know the CFL comes back in August. So they'll be having tryouts this summer. Okay. So, hopefully I can get my foot in the door there, or obviously with an NFL team too. And I had so much fun playing in the FCF. That was the most fun I've ever had playing football. So, I don't know if I could turn that down.
Yeah, you could tell that you were having fun out there every game. So I've seen your highlights on some of the highlights from the spring league. You're just out there, that moving first down. Like it seems like every highlight I see is like a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7. You put a little shimmy, get just enough of an opening, and you're getting a first down or making those big catches like you were in the FCF for a touchdown.
I'm trying to make a living off doing that.
Oh
yeah,
finding that pay dirt.
Right,
moving the sticks is so important. I do not. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say. So, is it as much fun playing with like all these friends you've made in the FCF? Because a lot of you are on the Sea Lions. So is that
it definitely is.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Like you said, there's a lot more of us here than I thought. I mean, I want to say there's probably between the Indianapolis division and down here, probably 12 guys.
12 guys.
So there's a decent amount of us. Yeah. And I mean, it's great. It's great. Because when I showed up to the FCF, I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
And now that I'm here, I already know a couple people. And, you know how football is. You show up not knowing anybody, and then you're going to leave in 6 weeks as like brothers. That's just how it is. Because you're really going to battle with these dudes. So that's one of my favorite parts about it.
So true. Okay, I got a question for you, Jamiel.
All right.
Jamiel, what right now? And you can't say, playing football, having the opportunity to play football cannot be your answer. What's the best thing right now for you? What right now is like the best time for you? Like what are you most grateful for right now? Is my question.
I mean, it sounds cliche, but I feel like it's got to be that I'm healthy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that I can, go home after this and be with my family and my friends. I'm one of 7 kids, which is pretty crazy. So,
right.
I've always been a big family guy. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
I'm just happy that I still got my family and friends back home, and I'm healthy, and I can just keep pursuing this dream. One day at a time. Honestly.
Look at this guy, man.
It sounds cliche, but it's the truth. You know what I mean?
I'm saying, man, I'm telling you, man, we're going to get this out there for you and show it to Belichick and be like, this, not only can he play football, but he can answer the questions correctly.
That's right.
He most definitely gives praise to others and just a overall well-around good guy. It's pretty cool stuff.
Appreciate it.
RJ, what you got
Appreciate
for him?
it.
So when you were back home, did you just keep working out the entire time, or did you take a little bit of break before you did that? Because
I took 1 week off. 1 week off.
I was wondering, you seem like a workaholic, so I was curious how much time you gave yourself.
Yeah, I like feel guilty after a day or two of sitting on my ass, you know.
So what do you do? What do you
I
do?
saw your workout posts on Twitter, and I'm like, man, this kid needs to take a little bit of a break. He busted his butt for so long.
Right. Yeah, well, the thing is like, you know, I'm happy with how far I've come since college ended, but I want so much more, you know what I mean? And I really feel like I can get more and get to that next level, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just keep going.
Absolutely. What did a typical day look like for you during your off season? Other than obviously the week that you had off, that you took off, the day in the life of Andrew Jamiel.
Yeah. I'll try to lift 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Usually I try to just be on the Monday through Friday grind. And then I'll usually take Saturday, Sundays off. And so I'll usually run routes 3, maybe 4 days a week, and I'll lift 5. But, I mean, I got to spend a little bit more time in the weight room, eating a little bit more food. You know, I'm trying to put on 10 pounds, get to, you know, a lean. You know, I see Jules and these guys that people think they're small, but I know how big these dudes really are. You know what I mean? Not talking about height, but more so that they're just strong. You know what I mean? And, you know, if I get to the next level, I got to play special teams. I know that. So that's what I'm going to focus on this off season. Try to put on 10 pounds of muscle, stay quick, stay fast, you know?
Going to be doing that Rocky diet and drinking those 3 eggs, go out for a run.
Exactly. Got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know I got the skills, you know, I can run routes and catch the ball just as good as anybody.
Yeah.
So if I can get a little bit bigger, you know what I mean? I just know that'll only help me, you know?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. And again, hopefully the muscle that you tend to put on or want to put on, hopefully it doesn't slow you down, which I don't think it will.
No.
I'm doing a lot of thinking right now, and I can really, really see you being a Julian Edelman, and I can really see that. I really can. I remember
I'd love to.
The video that's been circulating for a while now, obviously once Julian retired, was of Belichick speaking to Wes Welker on the sideline during one of the games, and Wes, I think, injury. You know what I'm talking about? And Julian was catching a punt, and Belichick was speaking to him, saying, "This is going to be the next Wes Welker. He's going to be better than you." And Wes was kind of downplaying it, and then I think Julian Edelman took it back for a touchdown. So I could really see that being you, man. I can really see you going to the Patriots and making some noise there. And I hope you get the opportunity. I really do.
Thank you. I mean, that would be amazing. That's what I'm grinding for, you know?
Yeah. I think again, when we spoke about it before, I've been at that level, and I've seen receivers, and I know for a fact that you do a lot more than what these receivers do. You just need that opportunity. And I think it's really smart of you. Smart of you to be getting this tape.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
So what are these stats looking like?
From the spring league?
Yeah.
They're all right. You know, I'm limited opportunities, but I'm just trying to take advantage of every one of them, you know? You know, like RJ said, I made a couple of big catches on third down, had a nice touchdown catch. And, you know, this league's, everyone's here for the same reason. Everyone's here like me. They want to get film. So that's what, you know, this league promotes, and we spread the ball around. You know, we substitute, we have a rotation just so everyone can get film and everyone has a chance to show what they can do. You know, they have a running clock for the games. So
that's right.
Like I said, whether I get, you know, 8 to 10 balls thrown my way or 1 to 2 or 3, I'm just trying to take advantage of every one of those passes. So I've had a couple catches in each game. I think I have a little over 100 yards and a touchdown. So we played every team once, we play them twice, and that's it. So, you know, we only got 16 days left here already.
Wow. That's flying by. I saw that you guys
gave 16 days left in the regular season. And if we went out, we go to the championship, actually. So we'll see.
You guys gave a team their first ever loss in the spring league?
Yeah. The Generals.
Crazy. That is crazy.
They hadn't lost in the spring league in like 2 seasons. They have Ryan Mallett at quarterback. You know Ryan Mallett?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was slinging it.
Patriots.
Yeah, third rounder.
Ryan Mallett. That is a name that I've heard in a while.
He's 32, but he's here slinging it. Yeah, he looks good.
That's pretty cool stuff, man. And I think it's really awesome too that they're doing that rotation to get you guys all tape.
Definitely. Yeah, they call it a developmental league, so you know that's we're all here for the same reason.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
So have you? when it comes to like practices and stuff, are they filming that as well to try to put the tape together?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You know, one thing that I saw on that highlight too, on that 3rd and 7, and I'm sure other people see it too, but like, you know, that do you like being in the slot, I guess? Because that slot, you had that little shimmy that made that corner freeze, and then you know he threaded that ball in there, and it was like, okay, if you see the subtleties in that, that's a really, really awesome route. So do you like running that from the slot, or are you all over the place? I mean, obviously you're all over the place, but where's your favorite spot to run routes from?
Nice.
I love the slot, but I definitely like playing outside too.
Yeah.
It's two totally different ball games, in my opinion. You're just playing against different personnel. In the slot, you're working against safeties and linebackers, and outside you got a corner, and it's more of an island out there, out wide. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They don't necessarily have help all around like a linebacker does. So here in the spring league, I only play the slot. But you know, in general and at the next level, I like to play both. Definitely, I think all receivers should be able to play both. You know, most offenses usually have different formations where they can line certain guys up everywhere if they need to, you know? Yeah. So, you know, I mean, best part about my game is running route runner. And it doesn't matter if it's from the slot or outside, you know what I mean? I just feel like I can get open at both positions, really.
Yep. I agree with
you.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to do it at the next level. Like I said, you can't just be one thing.
Yeah. Nope. And you already mentioned special teams, so you got the right mindset there too. So
yeah, it's inevitable.
You're there to eat, feed me.
Right. Exactly.
What's your favorite route from the slot?
I like a nice corner route.
I could never. I would be gassed just lining up in the slot. It makes me tired.
Yeah, it's fun to me though. Running routes, catching the ball, I can do that every day.
Oh man, I would be so tired. Corner route?
I like a corner route, yeah, from the slot. Nice. Keep it nice and high, throw it out there.
Okay, what about?
It's a tough route to defend.
It really is. Especially from the slot, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what about lined up out wide? What you got?
I love a good comeback. Right at the chin. First down.
That walking vertical. First down. That walking first down.
Vertical. Get him to flip his hips, shut it down, get in and out.
Come back and catch that.
Yep.
I got a lot of respect for the receiver route. I really do. Mainly because, yeah, gosh, man, you really got to be crisp with those routes, and it takes a lot of practice of crafting that art of accelerating accelerating out to the top of your route, etc. So, what is like one of your drills, man? What's like one of your favorite drills to do? Because when I watch you play, man, I see it all. I see your acceleration off the line. I see your stemming where you stack the defender. I see obviously your acceleration out of the top of your route. Obviously, you can catch the ball as well too.
Yeah.
Why is that? What is it that you do?
I feel like I learned at a young age that, you know, if I'm gonna be one of the smaller guys out there, and not one of the, you know, fastest 4.3 guys, like you got to be able to get separation somehow. And so that's, you know, I just relied on my technique, being able to get in and out of breaks, you know what I mean, and trying to be savvy, you know what I mean, trying to make certain routes look different. Even though it's the same route, you just got to be able to switch it up and keep the DB guessing. So, I mean, I do a lot of footwork drills and stuff like that. But to me, I mean, I think the biggest thing is just running routes, run as many routes as possible, routes on air. You know what I mean? And just doing that endlessly and being able to accept coaching. You know, that's another thing that's huge too. It's huge. It's huge.
RJ, so, have you ever ran a route?
Define run.
I didn't mean that in a disrespectful way. I don't know, 7-on-7 or something. I'm legitimately asking.
Yeah, high school football.
Okay, nice.
Right?
I was not as fast as I was running down a fly ball in center field. I don't know what it was. I had to be a puppy dog, something to chase after. But yeah, I played high school football.
Because you don't get hit in baseball.
Oh, yes, you do. You ever hit a fence full speed? I have.
So
listen, the fence ain't gonna move. All right.
I did until the FCF started hitting that wall.
Yeah, I bet.
That's what we say. The wall's undefeated.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, and it was. We were like, yeah, funny story. I know I'm gonna take this over for a second. So we were taking fly balls from the outfield. So the guy was hitting from second base out. And like I said, I'm just a puppy dog. I follow that ball. I'm going to go get it. And he hit it. And he's like, oh, don't worry about that one. I'm like, no, I got it. I'm running back at it. My teammates see me running towards the fence. Nobody says a word. Smack. Like, I had glasses at the time. I didn't have contacts. And it scratched my glasses up, bent them all over. Everybody starts laughing. And I'm like, I got up. I'm like, oh, what just happened? Went back in line and took some more fly balls after that. But it was like, the coach was so mad at everybody because nobody yelled fence. But it's like, you didn't either.
Yeah.
That's an easy day.
Yeah, that's an easy day.
Yeah. No,
that was the first time I hit the fence.
Yeah.
So that was the only time that I didn't know it was coming.
Ouch.
So when is your guys' next game, Jamiel? Saturday?
3:00 Central on Fox.
Oh, yes.
Not FS1. This one's on Fox. We got prime time.
Oh, so you guys they're finally, so in Wisconsin, they took away FS1. We don't have it anymore.
Dang.
And yeah. So I'll actually be able to watch this one now because
this is a big one.
Yeah.
I saw that it was the games were on FS1, so I was like, oh, see if I could catch one, and then we don't have it. It stinks.
Fox.
Dang. But yeah, Saturday we're on Fox. Production's great. They make us look like we're in the league. Everything about it. It's professional. And it's league talent.
I agree.
It really is.
Is that 4 p.m. Eastern?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Who do you guys got this weekend?
We got the Blues.
And you played them once already, right?
We played them first game of the year, and they beat us by 3 or 4. Francois was that quarterback.
Oh, yeah?
That guy. And he actually got traded this week. So there's trades. So he got sent to the Generals. So now he's Ryan Mallett's backup, which is interesting.
That is very interesting. Is Mallett hurt or something?
Maybe he's not.
Maybe he's got a try.
I don't know if
tryout.
Francois needed a little switch up, I think.
Okay.
We'll see. But
darn.
I know. I wish somehow we could have been on the same team here. That would have been crazy, huh? Me, Turpin, and Francois in the FCF, and now here, that would have been crazy.
Sick. Yeah.
And we added Galloway. I was thinking, honestly, for the spring league, we should have did an FCF All-Star team.
That would have been.
Imagine that.
That would be
put together just a spring league 11-on-11 team.
That would have been awesome.
You get Trav Daddy.
Could have had, Trav Daddy, Ralph Leonard.
Yeah.
I don't know who the quarterback would be. That would be tough. I don't know how they would pick.
I would guess
you're getting two real good quarterbacks.
I gotta go Francois.
Francois was. And
who's his backup, or who's the starter?
True. That's very true. I would.
You don't want to leave out Q Flowers. You don't want to leave out Jerdy.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's brutal.
That is really brutal.
I don't know. And
then you had, gosh darn it, who was the Zappers?
Edwards was good. Logan Marshy.
Yeah.
Nasty.
He was very, very good.
And all these guys are, original 11-on-11 football players.
Yeah.
So it would be no problem for us to come back and play 11-on-11. We'd have Slick Nick, Rumpf on the D line.
That's what I was going to say.
Roman Tatum's playing in Indianapolis.
Are they?
Roman Tatum and Joseph Putu are on the same team. They're the two corners for the Aviators.
Oh, that's awesome.
Curtis Collins, the safety from I think he played with the Glacier Boys for the championship. He's playing right now up in Indianapolis.
Nice.
Yeah. And then down here, we got a couple of linemen. We got Stage and we got G-Way, me, Turpin, Cecil Cherry, the linebacker.
Okay, yeah. Actually,
Francois. I think that's it. So there's a good amount of us.
See, that's pretty awesome. And I like seeing that stuff because here we've talked about it a lot here, and where we spoke on the AAF, the American Alliance Football League.
Yeah. I was doing well for a while, and I mean,
but kind of some owner decided to outspend what he could pay.
I guess
he folded the league. That's what happened.
Yeah,
right.
But I'm hearing that the XFL and the CFL is going to merge.
Yeah,
that would be a crazy league. Besides the NFL, that would be great football. Yeah, they announced that a couple months ago.
Do you think? So did they? They haven't said what it's going to be yet, right? So is it going to be like an AFC NFC thing? Because that would be really cool.
I think so. Really, some of the teams in Canada, some are in America, and
Oh my goodness.
That's going to be crazy.
That's fantastic. The Rock buying an XFL and coming up with these ideas. That's fantastic. That's a really good idea.
I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know the logistics, but I heard that it was a done deal. Like they're going to do some sort of merger with Canadian teams in the XFL.
You can do it like the AL and NL in baseball, and you have two different rule sets. So if you're playing on CFL's home turf, you got that a little bit bigger field and that extra player. You come to the XFL,
vertical motion,
11, got that 11 on 11, and you got the standard.
Well, the only difference that people might not think is fair is that with CFL there has to be a certain amount of Canadians on the field at one time.
I did not know
really
that.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's why it's kind of harder for Americans to play in the CFL, because I think it's like 5 or 6 maybe have to be on the field.
Story type of stuff
it's different. I know. And like I heard there's like positions that are usually heavily Canadian players. That's weird. Some that are heavy American. Like you have to, like if you're the owner or the coach, you gotta pick and choose where you want to have Americans, where Canadians. So I don't know how they would do that with the XFL. You know what I mean? There's obviously a team of 11 Americans.
They'd have to throw that rule out, or that unspoken rule.
Right.
I'm sure it's written in. It's probably part of the government to get more Canadians work. I'm serious about that too. I know it's kind of funny to think about, but it's probably what it is. Yeah. So, I mean, they eat a lot of poutine up there, a lot of gravy. So,
I think the biggest downfall of the spring league is that you guys don't get to eat those chicken nuggets on the sideline or the
Wendy's.
The Wendy's,
yeah.
The hot mic. I know.
I tell you what, man.
We were just running around like a bunch of idiots having fun.
But that was the fun. That was the treasure of, and I'm excited because they're talking about the 2.0 now. So I'm excited to see what they do, and if they can really.
I heard
do
they might be adding a couple teams.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check you out. This is check this out. We got Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. You are playing against
the Blues.
Blues, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make sure my schedule's clear for that.
Yes, sir. Tune in.
We gotta watch that.
I'm telling you, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Great production. It's good football.
Yeah. So again, people listening, that is 4 p.m. Eastern Saturday on Fox. Fox, right?
Yes, sir. Fox.
Ooh.
Prime time, baby.
Set that reminder right now.
That's a good time. I like that. That's like Rose Bowl. That's like that love that time. I love that time.
Yeah, we play at the University of Rice.
All right.
Or is it Rice University? I think it's Rice University.
It's Rice University. So being in Houston, all right, now we're going to move from football for a second. What's your favorite thing? All right, let's start with this. You go home, you're with your family. What's the first thing that you wanted to eat? What's the first thing you grabbed?
I went to the family restaurant.
Yeah. What'd you get?
Yeah.
I think I had a steak. I think I had a nice ribeye.
Nice ribeye?
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I was hoping for the lobster roll, but I'll take a big steak. I'll take a big one.
Lobster roll, yeah. We got good seafood.
You do.
Powder.
Yes, sir.
So
it's good stuff. It's so good out here in
What's
New
your
England.
favorite thing to eat in Houston right now?
Ooh,
what do you
that's a good one.
Have you gotten something more than once, or something that you keep gravitating back to, or?
They got great barbecue.
Yeah. It is Texas.
I've been to a sushi restaurant there before.
Oh, yeah. I've been trying all kinds of things. I got some Hawaiian food tonight.
Oh, nice.
It was great. Yeah.
Okay, or something a little different.
It was some chicken and rice. I can't remember what type of chicken they called it, but it was real good.
Hawaiian bun rolls or whatever. They make their burgers with like that Hawaiian roll. Oh man, I'm so with that.
That is the best.
Yeah.
All right, so I got a question for you. So, game day ritual. I may have asked you this before, but I want to hear it again. What's your pregame rituals? We all got them.
Yeah.
Is it similar to Marshawn Lynch's?
What, he takes a shot of Hennessy?
Yeah, right.
He mixes Gatorade and Skittles. Takes a big dump. Remember?
Did you hear?
I've heard that.
Did you hear what he said?
What?
Two.
Peyton Manning's show, he said he takes a shot.
Oh, really?
Game.
I did hear that.
Yeah.
I did not hear that.
You can never tell if Marshawn's being serious or not, though.
I know.
I believe it. So what's it like for you? Any pregame rituals? Any praying or?
Rituals specifically, not really. I wear the same pair of shoes on game day. My purple Kobe's.
There you go.
Okay.
Got to get the Kobe vibes on game day.
Mamba mentality, baby.
I drink a Pedialyte.
Okay.
Got to make sure I'm hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
I got to be comfortable. You know what I mean? I make sure I'm well rested. I eat good. I say my prayers before the game. And like I said, as long as I'm comfortable, I mean, I know I put the work in practice and leading up to this time. So in my mind, the rest is in God's hands. You know what I mean? I'm going to just go out there and play the game and let the chips fall as they may.
I hear you. I like that. What was mine? I had to pray a certain prayer that I always said during the national anthem.
Yeah, mine's always during national anthem.
Yep. Yeah, and that's about it. Yeah. About the same.
I just got to make sure everything's how it should be. Like first FCF game, I got there because they gave us our helmets when we got there, even though we had been practicing in helmets all week because they had to put like the microphones in them. So I get it. In my mouth guard that was attached to my helmet and my Nike chin cover, like two little things, they weren't on my helmet. So I'm like, where are they? They're like, oh, we left them at the hotel. You'll be fine. You don't need it. And I'm just like, see, I don't know.
I don't
man.
Play like this.
If you're a football player, like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be comfortable. So somebody ran back to the hotel and got my chin cover and my mouth guard. And like two things I could have played, without, but like, I just got to be comfortable. You know what I mean?
Oh man, had to. I always had to tape my toes up with that new skin. Toes, man. I feel like I was running on clouds.
Right.
That's every time I watch receivers like yourself, you guys run super sharp routes. Every time you hit your break, my feet hurt.
Yeah, no, it does hurt.
Just watch.
Cleats beat you up.
I know. I'm like, he's a trooper. I mean, it's pretty cool stuff, man. It really is. It's pretty cool stuff.
Best game in the world.
We're excited for you. We really are. We're huge fans, obviously, of you and trying to make that push for you to get
We're gonna do everything in our power.
You don't need us. I mean, but
I'll never forget, man. I'll never forget the day in that van. I said, yo, you guys know Monte Ball, right? Running back from Wisconsin? I said, yo, he just tweeted at me. He's a Glacier Boys fan. Whole van was like, yo, let's go.
Yeah, heck yeah. Glacier Boys, ride or die.
Yes, sir.
I'm there. But this is pretty cool, man.
I appreciate you guys for real.
Yeah.
You had Nike, Adidas, Under Armour.
I'm a Nike guy.
I kind of thought when you said the Kobe's that you'd be a Nike guy.
Yeah.
That's gotta be. They're the most comfortable.
I've tried to switch it up. Like I said, I've tried to switch it up, but like
they feel
you're not comfortable, you're not comfortable. They do. They do feel different.
Where were you guys in college?
We were Adidas.
Same. Okay.
Yeah, we're Adidas. So I wore it, but gloves I always wear Nike because I can't mess with the hands. You know what I mean? That's the one thing I need to be just how I need it, and I can't wear anything other than Nike.
That's pretty cool, man.
And I know it's all mental. Like, it doesn't really matter what gloves I'm wearing because they're all sticky, but if I don't got Nike on, it's just, I don't know, it's not the same.
Man, you gotta look good, play good. I think
that's it.
That's what is that Little Giants thing? Mental is 80% of the game. Is that what it is? 90% mental?
Yeah. 90. That's what G-Way says all the time. And it's 90% mental, 10% physical.
Yeah.
Well, man, from my end, I'm sending you nothing but positive vibes, man. Positive vibes, prayers for you to get to where you want to get to. Get yourself a Nike deal. All of the above, man. Get yourself a spot, your shot, your chance on the page.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely.
That's all I need. Thank you.
You do. I don't have much more, RJ, for him. I don't know if you do.
Thank you for constantly popping into our little show. And just
I love it. You kidding me?
With us, so
I love it.
It's a lot of fun. You're a friend now, so we'll keep pushing. We'll keep tweeting at these teams and see if we can get that tryout finally. So
yeah, man, I'm gonna ball out these next 3 games.
Oh yeah,
get some good film together and see if I can make something shake. But I'm ready for whatever. I'm gonna keep working.
I'm ready for you to get 2 touchdowns because every time you talk to us, you ball out. It's weird.
Yeah, exactly.
But that
you guys got to tune in Saturday. I got you.
We will be. We'll be on, and I'll be. We'll be clipping some videos.
Let's go. Sounds good.
Well, you get some rest and enjoy some practice and have fun at the game on Saturday. So keep doing what you're doing. You're doing
Appreciate it. Thank you. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Sounds good.
See ya.
See ya. What an incredible young man.
I agree.
I love talking to him. He always puts a smile on my face.
He's a good guy. He is really level-headed and he understands. He's a very blessed individual, and he doesn't take anything for granted. You don't come across a lot of people like that.
Well, and it's like I said in that first time that we talked to him, I said, you're confident, but you're not cocky. Walk in that fine line, and it's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome to talk to him, be in that presence. So, sup, Lion, D Rose, Carrie, thanks for being here. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Carrie says that that is the Canadian thing is probably immigration because Mexico's similar. If a Mexican can do the job, they hire a Mexican. So that's what I meant by like the government getting involved, and that's honestly probably what it is. In order for them to get tax breaks and stuff, they probably have to do that.
All right, I was still tweeting it out already. That we just had a wonderful conversation with him. Check him out.
We need to tweet at your old. We need to make use of these name drops and start talking to Mr. Manning, Mr. Brady.
I wish it was that easy.
Mr. Rogers.
I wish it was that. Well. Speaking of
tweeting
Rogers,
at them.
Where is he at? He was something waterfall diving with his fiance somewhere.
He's on vacation. Who cares? Have fun. It's the off season. It's the OTAs. Why are people making such a big deal about the OTAs? We're really talking about the OTAs. I mean, really,
when did it become such a big deal too?
It's only they're only talking about the Packers OTAs. That's the only OTAs they're talking about.
It's really not that big of a deal. When you're at that level of you have nothing more to prove training.
The only receiver, so their top 5 receivers didn't show up to training camp. Whatever. The only one.
5?
Yeah, they're top 5.
Didn't show up to OTAs?
OTAs, whatever. Yeah.
I guess if Rogers. Oh, is he going to take them off site? Like Manning would always do at Duke?
Probably, but the only one, the other 3, this is their 3rd year in the system. They know, or the other 4. But the only one that I was surprised didn't go was Funchess, because Funchess is a year out of football. He's never played in the system. Sure, he probably studied. They sent him film tape, whatever, last year for him to look at home so he could grasp it. But just to get out there and run and do that, I'm a little surprised he wasn't there. But I'm sick of the noise already. I mean, it's
a lot. I'll admit it.
One thing I am excited for, though, is the Packers getting Julio Jones. That's gonna be awesome.
That's not gonna happen.
Okay,
dude. If you guys get Julio Jones,
you're telling me like this is one, and Julio has forced his way out, so he's coming.
Julio. But speaking of that, did you see?
I was gonna say the only thing they had to do is figure out the cap, but whatever, you can do that. Figure it out.
They can. Talk to Aaron Rodgers. Hey,
take a pay cut. There it is, right there. They already got Dean Lowry. He's not making a lot, but
Aaron Rodgers. It's like, okay, this is my.
You want Julio Jones? Okay, you better sign this.
This is it. You take that pay cut, and if you guys land Julio, you automatically land yourselves back in the NFC Championship game again, with a great chance if the team obviously stays healthy. Great chance of winning it. A great chance.
Funny story about this. I had my coworker believing, because I can say jokes and keep a straight face. Like, I'm serious. So I tell him, I'm like, oh, so I was waiting to say something, but it's official now. He was up in the bucket working. He's like, what? Shuts the vehicle off. I'm like, Rodgers just got traded. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, Atlanta Falcons, Packers traded Aaron Rodgers and a 3rd round pick for Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, and a 1st. and he bought it.
Julio Jones in a first. That's not enough.
I think I said 2 firsts, but either way, it was like that. Actually, thinking about it, talking about it out loud, that's a believable trade. And yeah, I had him believing it for 2 days.
Oh wow!
Finally, he turned the radio on, and then he realized that it was not true. But
okay. Hold on a second. You had him believing it for 2 days, so that prompts me to ask you 2 questions. Or it is 2 questions. Okay, do you guys live at work and with like no cells, no internet?
He has 4 kids, so
or does he go home and live under a rock, literally, not figuratively?
Well, he has 4 kids, so that explains what he did when he went home. And then,
hey, Rodgers got traded. Okay, let me check.
I was expecting him to call his brother because his brother's a big fan, and I was expecting him to tell him, "Did you hear Rodgers for Julio Jones and Matt Ryan?" But he never called him. So
Speaking of Julio, yes, D Rose, that would be interesting if the Packers landed him for sure. Speaking of Julio, did you listen to that conversation of Shannon Sharp and Julio?
I did not listen to the whole conversation. I just heard the clip.
You can't do that to people, period.
Yeah, I
do that.
I did see the circumstances surrounding it, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting.
This dude called him live on Undisputed, live, and didn't tell Julio. So for those who don't know, so Shannon Sharp does the show Undisputed with Skip Bayless, and they go back and forth. Well, Shannon called Julio live on the show and asked him if, I forgot what he asked him, if he's going to stay in Atlanta, and Julio's response was, nope, I'm out of here. That he's out of there. And obviously that became big news. You can't do that. You got to tell people that you got them on speaker, or just don't do that at all. I felt bad. I want to know if there's anything else transpired from that moment of like their relationship.
Well, maybe before Shannon went on air, he said, "Hey, Julio, can I call you and ask you this question?"
That's true.
It'll be on TV or whatever. That's if Julio Jones hasn't come out and said he's upset about that, that's probably what happened.
Okay, that's a possibility. Okay, I hope so.
I do too. Like, don't get me wrong. Like that. That's something that could happen where, like, in the moment you're like, I'm gonna do this and it's gonna be awesome.
Oh,
but that's ethically, that's like darker than gray.
Right. So I'll give Sharp the benefit of the doubt that he probably did tell him. I hope that'll help me sleep. But it's gonna be interesting. Obviously, that's the hot news right now. Where he's gonna land. The other hot news is your boy Luka owning the Clippers, literally.
With all the junk that the Clippers were talking,
took a screen
before the playoffs, I thought maybe they had it figured out. No,
that boy Luka, man, had to show out for Dirk. One of the coldest freaking photos I've ever seen. Too, he was like sort of bowing while standing up, and Dirk was in the stands, standing up and pointing at him. I was like, that is so sick. I took a photo of Luka. Right?
Yep.
So those who may not know, here is this guy right here. I'm going to put him on the screen. And you guys, this is the face of somebody who is destroying the league. Well, the series, just owning the Clippers.
Well, I mean, yeah, the Clippers. It's the Clippers, though.
But it's still Luka, though.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not downplaying Luka because Luka has been great.
He's done this before. This man right here. This looks like an accountant. Balling. I got respect.
You know what? He's showing up big players to make big plays and big moments, and that's what he's doing. Just like the Bucks, baby, going up 3-0 tonight. 3-0.
I tell you what, man. It's been a very quiet. I don't know. It seems like they've just been whooping ass quietly.
The Bucks?
Does it seem like that?
Yes, because it's championship or bust. It doesn't matter that the Nets are there. It's championship or bust. That's how it is. Giannis is on a mission. Chris Middleton is comfortable. Drew Holiday's making the entire offense run. Like, dude, the Bucks, they got a shot. They got a shot.
It's so difficult with basketball because, gosh, man, it seems like basketball.
There's no Fred Van Vliet coming in to just sink the Bucks this year.
Well, just say with basketball, these teams go up just 3-0 and then they lose the next two, some crap like that. It's just with basketball, that momentum swings quickly. So the Bucks are up 3-0 right now, correct? So are they?
They won the past two games by over 20.
Or are they? Jeez, are they playing home or away next game?
Away. They were away tonight too.
So they win the next game, it's over.
Yep.
Away. That's gonna be interesting. When is that game at?
2 nights from now.
2 nights from now,
which would be Saturday.
Woo! Saturday is gonna be a fun day.
There's a lot of good games going on right now. We're definitely checking out that Sea Lion game. That's what I was gonna ask him. So do they make sea lion noises when they score? Because I would like to hear his impression of a sea lion. I want to hear your impression of a sea lion.
My impression of a sea lion?
Yep. I got my oldest down here right now. He'd do it for you.
I don't know what sea lion.
Arf,
I mean, I
arf,
know
arf,
is it a sea lion or is it a seal?
It's the same thing.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You got the clapping in it and everything. So, what was I watching? Oh, it was I was watching Blippi. Yeah, Blippi.
Nice.
And
it's fun.
We were watching
Drew tonight.
You were watching what?
Oh no, never mind. I said Drew Blippi. Never mind. I'm thinking of Bluey. Never mind. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Blippi. And they were talking about the difference between seals and sea lions. And sea lions have longer fins, so they walk with their fins. And seals have to like do they have
a scoop.
Yeah, they do like the worm basically. So that's the difference. You come to Untapped Keg Sports for the sea lion takes.
Untapped Keg Sports / Animal Planet. D Rose says, I think Milwaukee will beat Brooklyn. I don't think Brooklyn has enough defense to overcome Giannis. RJ, what you got?
He's on a mission. He's on a mission. And I agree. I think that everybody has discounted the Bucks this year when it has come to the Nets, because the Bucks do have a 3-headed monster that they can rely on finally, where Eric Bledsoe every year in the playoffs did nothing. He didn't play defense that he played during the regular season, and then he couldn't score. Drew Holiday's doing both. And that just takes them to a different level. And then they have some really, really good bench players as well, who, you know, they've shown up, and that's what they need. So,
yeah, I mean,
it's a different mentality. It's all business. It's all business. Like they're not fragile.
We'll see. They got to close out.
Oh, for sure.
They should. They should close out.
You know, it is a Wisconsin sports team, so you know what's going to happen. You're going to knock on the door and step on the dog poop.
We most definitely will see. Switching gears here, just real quick. I mean, we're all over the place right now, but I was going to tell you this today. So I had a PS5 in the cart.
No,
I had one. Had it in the cart.
Target
and hit. No, off Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah, nice. So I guess it's just from them or whoever.
Yep.
And I hit obviously to purchase order or whatever the hell, and
yep.
And then popped up was I took a screenshot of it actually. It said, where is it?
Oh, the Amazon drop was a glitch today.
Okay, because it was said it
couldn't deliver it to your area. I did see that because I was trying to get one for you too, and it kept saying that. And I'm like, I'll try back a little bit later. And then I saw it was glitching.
I kept doing it. I'm like, what do you mean you can't deliver to this address? I'm like, I just purchased something 2 days ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's annoying.
I think it was actually region locked to India, is what they said it ended up being, and it wasn't supposed to show up anywhere but India. So that's why I kept coming up with that.
Man, they better ship that over here.
So they're hoping that now that vaccinations are starting to take hold, that more production is going to ramp up, and by fall, they'll be more readily available. So, just so you know,
that's I can wait till then. That's not too far out.
It's moving fast, dude. It's June next week. It's June on Tuesday.
It's weird. It's very weird.
Or Wednesday, whatever.
But yeah, I can wait till then. It's not like I'm yearning to play an exclusive on the PS5.
Yes, you are. But Returnal is that good. You need to play it.
True. Dude, I told you, I've been playing MLB The Show. And it's actually pretty good. So when we talked about this before, you and I both agreed that the AI in the outfield was just terrible on the previous ones. 21 is pretty good. I think they might have fixed the glitch. I think they might have got it.
That's all right. I'll still pass.
Not really into the competitive
I don't do
game.
the sports. I don't do the sports games. I'll do competitive games. I just ain't gonna do a sports simulation game. It's not happening. I'll do NBA Jam. I'll do NBA Street. That's not a sports simulation game.
Soccer.
Not really. I will. Maybe one day I'll do FIFA, but I'm not doing. I won't do Madden. Like I'll do NFL Blitz. The next NFL Blitz comes out, I'll do it.
FIFA.
I've done it before. I liked it, but I didn't do it online. I only played Rich once, and I was like, I'm never playing you again.
Yeah, so that's what it is. A PTSD. He sent you back to your one-player games.
No, I don't play one-player games only. So I played Apex with Lion. Lion's in here playing some Apex.
That's true.
So you've been watching the Cardinals lately?
Well, we're playing right now, actually.
Because let me tell you, the Brewers are in trouble.
Brewers are in trouble?
Remember we had a conversation a little before the Cardinals series, and I said I was worried about their offense.
Yeah.
And then they got hot for that little bit. Then I was like, okay, maybe they have their offense figured out. Well, I should not have said that. I should have said I'm still worried about their offense.
Well, we lost. We've been getting smacked. Although we won, I think yesterday. I think we won 4-0, I think. But I don't know. We're 27 and 22, I think, right now, and we're not too far ahead of you guys. Well, no, I guess we are. I guess if you're like baseball terms, was what, 4 games? Is that a lot?
No.
So yeah, exactly. The lead is
we're
not.
2.5 games back.
That's it.
The Cubs are actually technically in first place, and yeah. So it's the Brewers and Padres played a 4-game series the past 4 days. They split it 2-2. The Padres might be the best team in the NL. They're definitely the second best, if not the best.
The Padres are nice. Smacked us.
They took two. They split it 2-2.
Destroyed.
And it felt like a playoff atmosphere. It was fun baseball. I mean, it was just. I love it when it gets to that level. When you get two teams that are very competitive with each other, and I mean the way the Padres play baseball is fun. It's fun to watch that team because they have that mid like 2010s like 2000s style baseball where they don't just go for the long ball. Don't get me wrong, they do, but they steal bases, they base hit, they hit and run. Like they score quick and they make your pitchers think. And that's what that's not always good for a pitcher. Making a pitcher think is sometimes bad, and it is what baseball needs.
Yeah, it's what the sport.
I hope if the Brewers don't win the World Series, I hope the Padres do, and I hope that it turns baseball into going back towards that style of offense because that is what baseball needs.
Yeah, I remember I watched a good amount of the Padres versus the Cardinals when I was down there in St. Louis, and they are an exciting baseball team. They are. It reminded me a lot of when I start to watch NHL, when I watch hockey. I love watching hockey if I catch the games. Of course, I'm not religiously catching hockey games, but
who's your favorite team?
The Blues.
Okay, it's completely that makes sense.
Right. Completely different. I mean, again, I'm not like a fan. I can't name you.
Right. I wasn't trying to be a dick and be like, oh, name me 3 teams. I legit. You said you liked watching it, so I was curious what your favorite team.
Yeah,
was.
I used to play when I played NHL. I used to play with the Devils a lot. I liked Marty Brodeur, the goalie. He was savage, right? Savage. Good luck scoring on him. But anyways, with the Padres, it reminded me a lot of hockey, where hockey is a completely different sport when it comes to playoff time. Completely different. You're gonna see goals. You're gonna see just the emotions are pouring out of folks during the playoff time, and they're more frustrated, excited. Everything's more amplified, and that's kind of like what I saw when I watched the Padres. You know, watching the game of baseball to some can be boring because it's slower, and obviously, even if you have a really good pitcher, it's even more boring. But the Padres looked exciting. They really looked exciting. Watching it in my grandmother's living room, and they destroyed us. Destroyed us.
I mean, you know, like I said, they take pitches, so they will also take walks. As soon as they get on base, they're going. It doesn't matter who's on base, they're stealing. And that's not something that teams do because they feel like it's giving away outs rather than maximizing your outs because you're trying to get that extra base. All you gotta do is steal one base, you're in scoring position. That's all you gotta do. And then the Brewers today, the Padres had runners at first and third, I think, maybe first and second. And Manny Machado hits a double, and they sent their first baseman, Eric Hosmer, who's pretty quick for a first baseman, but he's not fast by any means. They sent him, and he got thrown out at home. And that preserved a tie game for the Brewers to win in extras. So, and if you want to see textbook fundamentals, look at that relay. That relay number one. That relay is number one, man. If you're an outfielder, hit that relay.
Right. That's why the game is baseball. If just watching it, you may not believe that it's extremely technical outside of the pitching part. Very mechanical. I mean, but it's my goodness, man. When you get to the manager, whoever it is over there calling the plays, I'm like, what the heck is this?
The third base coach.
Outfield shifts in one direction, and then it's a very mechanical and technical game that you don't really see. It doesn't really meet the eye when you just first glance at the sport. So I got a lot of respect for it. I wish I played when I was younger because I'd probably be a savage at it. But remember when speaking of this, I always say that you guys always joke around because I suck at baseball.
You don't suck. I was
running the bases. Good. Softball. I was running the bases. I'm not that great at base running, but catching and I'm below average. But I was running the bases.
You're fine. You're better than average.
Running straight, cut like no rounding or anything. I never knew like how much practicing goes into base running too. Like it's you don't.
That's something that if you don't do it right, you'll get hurt. Like that's how you will get hurt in baseball is base running. When you stretch for a base, because that base is awkward, and especially cheap ones, and they give away a little bit. I have seen more broken bones trying to sliding wrong, trying to be cute when you're sliding, reaching for the base instead of sliding. That's where I've seen more injuries in baseball than anywhere else. I've seen outfield collisions that were pretty bad. I've been a part of outfield collisions that were pretty bad. People running into the fence, but like it's seriously running bases is where you need practice. You need to pay attention when you're doing it. There is an art to it. There is a style, and what needs to be taught more to kids. And all you kids, listen up right now. And even if you're not a kid and you just want to play, listen to Uncle RJ right now. All right. Do not slide into the base. Slide either inside or outside and reach with your hand, because usually the defender is going to be on the base to tag you when you slide into the base. So if you slide either inside or outside, depending on which side they're shading more, they have to reach even further to get you. And that gives you more of a chance to get your hand in underneath the tag. So there is your pro tip from RJ, the lost art of sliding.
Pro tip. I like it. We're gonna do that every week.
I don't know how many times I should be out, and because I just slide different than people usually see, they don't know how to tag me, and I end up being safe. So
I never need to slide fast enough.
Like I said, when you asked if I run routes, what do you call running? There's a reason I got to slide.
I'm joking. Obviously, there's no way I'd make it. But man, it's pretty cool, man. I think I that's all I got in the tank in my brain right now. Jamiel is a good guy. A good guy.
I'm really glad that he decided he agreed to hop on. When they hit the playoffs, I'll hit him up again, see if he can come on. But I'm predicting 4 catches, 2 touchdowns come Saturday.
I like that. I like that prediction actually. I so badly want to throw one out there, but I can't. That's a good. Okay, but I'll go 6 catches. I'll go 6 catches, 1 touchdown. 6 catches, 1 touchdown.
I like it.
64 yards. Between the 60 and 70 range.
That's nice. That's a nice number.
Right. But
dude,
yeah,
you gotta look up his touchdown catch though. It's solid.
Well, oh gosh, 1%.
Better save it.
Yeah, I'll be all right. I'll check it out.
All right. Thank you everyone for tuning in, having some fun, talking with us. Talking with Andrew. Best of luck to him. We're gonna keep pushing, keep throwing it out there, get his name out there as much as we can. And just hoping for the best for the kid because he's really good. So we'll see if maybe we can catch some eyes that need to see it. But exactly. That's the worst thing that's going to happen is that nobody sees it. So the best thing that's going to happen is the right person sees it. So, and he's the kind of person that just needs that one opportunity and it's going to open all the doors. So that's what we're hoping for. And let's try to help push get Andrew a tryout because that's all he needs.
Yep.
And join us on Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Central Time for our sobriety podcast. We got an exciting episode for you then, and you know what? Let's catch some sports because this weekend's gonna be fun. We got an extra day off. We got the holiday coming up.
It is
Bucks are gonna sweep, and things are gonna start to heat up a little bit in the sports world. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So let's get it.
Where am I awakening?
Let's get it. Everybody have a good weekend. Have a good week. If we don't see you Sunday, and thanks for tuning in.
Thank you guys.